Hello wizards, how are you doing today? Today I'm going to share with you how to handle and transmute fear in your ascension journey, in your spiritual growth journey. So as we ascend, many times you will notice there are experiences going on in our life on many levels or any level that is creating a lot of fear triggers. Okay, what is a fear trigger? So maybe it's happening for a financial reason, happening for a health reason, happening for a relationship reason, happening for a spiritual reason, doesn't matter. But you are experiencing real disharmony when that fear comes up. So maybe you have got a financial thing going on. Okay, it could be anything though. Okay, and you notice every time that thought comes in your head, you experience maybe a panic attack, or maybe you are feeling a little anxious, or you're getting scared, and all of that is creating a lot of stress in your system. All of that is creating a lot of disharmony in your system, basically, right? And you notice that as that come about, I call that a fear trigger. It's because it acts like a trigger. It triggers a lot of behavioral patterns, a lot of patterns that immediately activates, which are in the vicinity of the low vibrational trigger experience, right? And maybe there's something going on, and you think about it and you notice that you're panicking, and you immediately start thinking and overthinking, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to handle things? And maybe you just get into a particular activity to, to ensure that whatever the fear represents does not happen, or you just start stressing up like crazy. But you will, after some time, notice that stress overwhelms you, and it feels very hard to handle, very hard to go through, having that thing constantly going on. And it feels like a very sharp attack on your system from that fear trigger. Every time it comes up, it's such an intense experience, right? Is that something that is in your experience at the moment, or has been? Because I'm going to give you what it is about and how you can transmute it and come out of it. Okay, so you see, the fear that comes up, fear is essentially a root chakra experience. It's because the root chakra deals with all sorts of survival related stuff. It's like the base of the building, you see. It's the foundation. The root chakra is about survival. So if there's anything going on that is questioning your survival at any place, financial stuff easily shakes up the survival chakra, basically. It's because if you have got something going on financially, any financial challenges, it will immediately create feelings and thoughts and anxiety that, oh, how am I going to handle myself, take care of myself, take care of people that I have to take care of, and all that stuff. And you are spiraling out of control. Okay, if it's health stuff, same thing. If it is something else that questions your survival or safety, your root chakra will be affected. Okay, now when it's affected, what it basically does, it tries to make the body do something about it, so that our protection is guaranteed, our safety is guaranteed, our security is guaranteed, our survival is guaranteed, because it's the foundation of the building. If it's shaken, it wants to balance itself, right? And that's why, in order to give the instruction to the mind, there's something really crazy going on, we need to pay attention and do something about it, it creates a lot of stress so that you pay attention to it. Okay, but what sometimes ends up happening is that we get stuck in the loops and patterns of the triggers, and we stay stuck in behavioral patterns that does not take care of the message that trigger is trying to give to us, but rather does everything to blanket it away. So the fear comes up, and instead of directly looking at what the fear is about and transmuting it into growth, what many times we end up doing it, and it's completely okay if you are doing that, because I do that too. Just saying, do not judge yourself. Okay, what happens is because we are reactive in nature, because it's such an intense energy, that fear, we blanket it. We either do start getting into activity, so that the mind is not able to focus on that, and we think that by trying to do activity or just doing work, we are going to take care of the problem, or we start doing some other form of escapism. Okay, it could be anything. You might do you might find yourself overthinking, you might find yourself overeating, you might find yourself drowning into something else, another experience. Okay, it's all just a form of escapism. Okay, escaping the lesson. And what happens when you try to escape a lesson at school? You do not pass, you do not get promoted to the next standard. And what happens if you do not pass your subjects? You repeat the same grade again and again and again and again. So what happens, you will see that every time you try to escape, and sometimes we are not doing that escapism activity consciously, it's just a pattern. So do not judge yourself ever. Okay, but as we engage in that form of escapism, as we try not to look at the fear directly, as we try to avoid it, thinking that the fear is bad, it's unwanted, it needs to be crushed, it needs to be pushed away, dealt with, killed, it does not die, and it keeps coming back again and again. And you will see that core fear. So this happened in one of my spiritual coaching sessions. I asked one of my students, because she was experiencing a lot of stress because of the fear triggers. Kept asking her, what fear is actually making you do all of this? And I kept asking her that again and again after each of her answers. And finally it was like, it was so very common, a very common fear that we have. It's like, I'm afraid that I'm not going to be, I'm going to not be able to have a roof over my head, not be able to have enough money to take care of myself and everything. Such a common fear. Survival. You see, directly attacks our survival. And when such a direct attack happens, such an intense attack happens from that trigger, we just start getting into activity so that we have more control over things. Because the mind thinks that if we just take care of our survival, if we work and if we make money and if we do all the thing or whatever that is, it could be something else for you, then that fear will be gone. And you will see time and time again, even if you do all the work, even if you do all the things that you think, if you do, you will have control over things. Control never comes because it's an illusion, but the fear remains, and it keeps staying in the background, and it comes up once you are a little less active and engaged in escapism, right? So the fear stays, it never goes away until you finally look it in the eye and transmute it and receive the lesson. You have to embrace the fear. You have to allow the fear to go through you in order to receive the lesson. And it will be an uncomfortable experience, but that is exactly what needs to happen. What do I mean by that? What I mean is every emotion, every experience, fear included, is relevant in your spiritual growth journey. Nothing is unwanted. I always say that. Fear is trying to give you a message. It's trying to give you an important lesson. Maybe it's a redirection, maybe it's an up-leveling, maybe it's something that it wants you to understand about yourself so that you can have deeper access to yourself. If you keep evading it, it's not going to go away. It's part of your syllabus. Okay, what do you do about this? The only thing that I want you to do is realize first, fear is not your enemy. Fear is not your enemy. It looks scary, it looks not nice, but it is not your enemy. Okay, because as long as you think that fear is your enemy, you will try to kill it, and it will never die. Okay, if it dies, your lesson dies with it, but it will never die, so your lesson is alive, more or less. But recognize that life does not give you anything that is not relevant for you. So the fear is also part of your journey. What I want you to understand is not that you create fear, not that uh, do anything that just creates more fear in your life. That's not the point. Point is, if fear is there already, if it's there, I want you to sit with it. I want you to be with it. I want you to allow it instead of pushing it away. I want you to treat fear as your friend and embrace it. You'll feel uncomfortable, but you will see that it will not kill you. The fear will go through you and tell you what it came, because it's a friend. If you are not allowing your friend to enter your room, he or she cannot tell you why he or she has come to visit you. You see, you're keeping the friend out of your door and thinking that you're going to learn the lesson. This is not how it happens. So what do? How do you transmute fear? This is what I want you to do. Very simple. The only way transmutation works is by harmonizing our experiences. So when the fear will come, as it will trigger you, you will find yourself first reacting and trying to get back into that behavioral pattern that you are so used to. But this time I want you to become a little conscious. What I want you to do is just this. I want you to realize what fear is doing to me is fear is creating a certain state of disharmony within me. And the entire ascension journey is about moving to higher stages of harmony. So if fear is creating disharmony within me for whatever external reasons, see, those external reasons matter. I'm not saying do not take care of your finances. I'm not saying do not take care of your health, your relationship, or everything. Okay, I'm saying those things matter. But if the fear is constantly creating disharmony, allow it to come. Allow to be with that fearful thought. Stay with it and notice the disharmony. And as the disharmony comes into your state of being at that moment, I want you to relax. Relax. Don't try to solve it. Don't try to control it. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to fight with the fear. Don't think, how am I going to escape from that fear? How am I going to stop this experience from ever coming into my life, what that fear is pointing towards? Just be with that experience. Just relax as you experience that discomfort, that disharmony. Just stay relaxed. Just stay relaxed in that moment. Just be. That's it. That's it. That experience is like a wave. It wants to go through you. When you fight with it, the wave does not get a chance to go through you harmoniously, and it keeps creating disharmony. So it does not transmute. Energy needs to go through harmoniously through you in order to transmute into growth. So when you stay relaxed, when you say, I know what the universe is giving to me has a purpose, I do not understand what it is, I do not need to know. What I need to know is that it's all about moving towards harmony, and if I am to do something about it, I am to do just one thing, that is stay relaxed and stay in harmony, stay centered as that experience comes. So every time you receive that fear trigger, I want you to just take 10 to 15 seconds and stop doing what you're doing. If you're at home, obviously, and just center yourself for 15 seconds, close your eyes and just center yourself and ask yourself this: relax, 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 relax. Tell yourself, affirm yourself, relax. Just be with that emotion. You will see the mind is trying to race and trying to solve and try to figure out and try to crush the fearful thought. Don't do any of that. Just relax, just embrace that experience like it's a friend. And you will see at first there will be discomfort, but then it will become comfortable and then it will harmonize. And soon, if you keep doing that every time that fear trigger comes up throughout the day, and you need not just close your eyes. Sometimes when you're doing something and it comes up and you just with your eyes open, you just tell yourself, relax, relax, relax. All I need to do is relax. When you are relaxed, you are open energetically. You're like energetically, you are in like an embrace to the energy that is coming to you. And then the energy goes through harmoniously. The wave goes through harmoniously. And soon enough, you will see it will become so much easier to navigate through the fear trigger. You see, it won't be nearly as difficult because this time you're not fighting with it. See, when you fight with somebody, you make an enemy out of somebody, okay? But if you're not, they cannot become the fighting experience cannot come, the conflict won't come, the dissonance won't happen. That's it. You do this. Sometimes, if you want to, definitely sit down. If you have some times for 5 to 15 minutes, just do some centering exercises. I have some centering practices, some grounding practices in my YouTube channel. Check them out. Link will be in a playlist. Find them out in the free courses section, and practice some grounding technique. It's all about relaxation. Just relax, just stay grounded in the moment, be in the now, allow harmony in the moment, and you will see all of that fear will be transmuted, and it will give you the message that it came to give to you. Okay, what it wanted to show you, it will come to you, and you will up level, and the trigger will not affect you as much because you are learning the lesson, and soon you will up level, soon you will be promoted to the next stage of consciousness. Okay, and you'll not be repeating that same cyclical experiences again. You'll come out of those patterns, right? All of those things that I've shared with you, as always, can become much more easier if you have your connect with your inner guidance system, with your inner GPS. And this week I am conducting a 90 minutes masterclass, a free masterclass for light workers and those who are in the spiritual ascension journey, where I'm going to teach you how to connect with your inner guidance system and live magically, allow abundance in wizard consciousness, right? So this masterclass will be a 90 minutes interactive session where you are going to get the opportunity to ask me questions directly, and I'm going to get the opportunity to guide you directly in the masterclass session. And in the masterclass, I'm also going to give a big discount to those who will be attending the entire masterclass, a big discount on my 4-week wizard initiation program, right? So you would not want to miss this big opportunity. So if you want to attend my masterclass, if you want to interact with me directly, then sign up for my masterclass. The link of the masterclass will be in the description of the video. Go check out the sign up page, sign up, and you will receive the meeting link in your inbox immediately after signing up, right? So I'm looking forward to having you in my masterclass. It's going to be happening in the weekend, probably on Saturday or Sunday. Check out the exact date by visiting the sign up page. And if you have enjoyed this video, do share this video with your friends, give this video a like, and subscribe to my channel. And I also have a Facebook group for light workers. If you want to join, if you want to stay connected with me, the group is the place to be. Join the group, link is in the description, right? So have fun, and I'll see you again soon.